Clay from Brooklyn, football with the fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Here with a look ahead at the game tomorrow, today being Saturday, against the 49ers. I haven't come up with a prediction yet. I usually do that every week with Mayzo, and now I'm out of town for the weekend, so I'm going to have to do it on my own. Apologies, Mayzo. Mayzo, I'm sure you're going to make one as well. So I'm looking at this game positively. I think the Giants not only can win this game, I think we should and will win this game. I know the 49ers have a much better record than we do, and fully healthy, they have a better roster than we do, but neither team is fully healthy. The 49ers are one of the few teams who might be just as injured as we are, maybe even more so. They're obviously missing Brock Purdy, who they say is able to play tomorrow, but he won't start. Like he's an emergency backup in case, for some reason, we injure Mac Jones. But I don't expect to see him. Brandon Ayuk hasn't played all year, so he's obviously not playing. Ricky Pearsall is not playing. Their center Jake Brendel is not playing. Edge rusher Bryce Huff is not playing. They have a lot of important players out. I mean, obviously Nick Bosa is not playing. So this is not the 49ers team that we should be worried about. In fact, the reason we're playing the 49ers is because both the 49ers and the Giants came in last place in their division last year, right? This is not a division we're playing against. This is a fourth place opponent that we're playing against. And they're suffering from just about as many injuries this year as last year. So no, I'm not afraid of them at all. I'm concerned because we're missing a lot of people. We're missing Paulson Adebo. We're missing Cordell Flott. We're missing Art Green. That's our two starting outside cornerbacks, boundary cornerbacks, and one of the backup cornerbacks, which means that Tay Banks is going to have to play. And you know how much I hate him. It means that Drew Phillips is probably going to do a lot of covering in as boundary corner as opposed to maybe playing in the slot or maybe playing what I think is his better role, which is as kind of a money backer, hybrid linebacker safety. So no, he's going to be actually in coverage. That's going to be a problem. Chauncey Golston is missing this game. So a little bit of the depth along the interior defensive line is missing, although he's missed several games. So I guess that is not as big a loss as it might have sounded earlier in the year. Daniel Bellinger and Jermaine Illuminor are listed as doubtful, and it looks like they are both likely to not play. Even Javon Holland is still listed as questionable. So we're missing quite a few pieces as well. So by no means are we, healthier than they are, but I don't know that they're healthier than we are either. And I think the biggest piece missing from both teams is, of course, Brock Purdy. So I'm going to say that I think this game is going to be a shootout. I think both teams are going to be able to score. Their pass rush is severely hampered without Nick Bosa and Bryce Huff. Oh, I forgot to mention that Fred Warner is also not playing, perhaps the best inside linebacker in football. So, their defense is not going to be very good. I expect a big game from our tight ends, to be honest. I expect us to hit Theo Johnson and maybe a Thomas Fedone sighting, believe it or not, on offense. I know he's had a couple of snaps on special teams, but I think he'll get in some reps, I hope, on offense as well. Unless Bellinger can play, which again, I doubt, but if he can, then fine. But I just think that we are going to be able to move the ball on them. Dart has already demonstrated a great deal of pocket presence and ability, to extend plays, his escapability and ability to find people downfield, keep his eyes upfield. That's really going to come into play in this game tomorrow. And I think we can score in them. I expect a high-scoring game. I expect us to win this game something like 38-28 or 38-31 or something like that, because obviously we're going to have trouble stopping them as well without a Debo and Flott and possibly even Holland. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm expecting. And yes, I'm predicting that we will win this game. This is one of those games that the Giants tend to win, right? Looking back on the seasons at the end of the year when our record is bad and we're like, whoa, if only we had lost one more game, we'd have a higher draft pick, which is silly because the draft is a crapshoot anyway. But in previous seasons, we've won games that we thought perhaps we wouldn't have or shouldn't have. This feels like one of those. So yes, I'm expecting us to win, but that's what I think. I want to know what you think. So again, Clay from Brooklyn, football with the fellas. It's all about Big Blue, asking you to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. All right, Mayzo, I'd love to hear what you think. And until next time, I'm out.
What's up, Big Blue fans? It's your man Mayzo from Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue, baby. Yeah, I'm here to make my prediction. Yo, Clay, I know you made your prediction. That's cool. Tag, I'm it. It's Mayzo's turn. I'm just like you though, in one way. I'm a bit upset and a bit concerned about all the injuries for the Giants. Definitely for the Giants. I know the 49ers got injuries, but man, so do the Giants. And again, we're all getting over the Scatterboo injury. That was horrific, but he'll be back. Don't worry, guys, he'll be back. But I'm thinking for this game, I'm gonna get to it. This game, I believe Jackson Dart's gonna have a really big game. It's one of those statement games Jackson Dart's gonna have. I see it throwing for big numbers this game. I see Wandale Robinson being a big time receiver here, along with little Jordan Humphrey. And you know who's going to be? Just remember, guys, we lost Scatterboo, but Tyrone Tracy, he was actually supposed to be the starter. And I believe Tyrone Tracy in this game is going to be a dual threat out of the backfield, rushing the ball and then out of the backfield. I feel he's going to catch a couple of swing passes and go for big yards tomorrow. And let's think about this. I've always talked about my tight end room, Clay from Brooklyn, the realist. You know how I am about my tight end room. I believe you said the same thing. Theo Johnson is going to have a big game. So he's going to be a big target for Mr. Jackson Dart. And I got to talk about my defense. Now, I know they've been giving up a whole lot of yards, rushing yards. That's it's a problem. But this game, I'm looking at the pass rush. And Mr. Burns is going to get there. He's going to get one. I believe he's going to get 1.5 sacks in this game. And I think the Giants are going to get, or predict the Giants are going to get 4 to 5 sacks total against the 49ers offensive line. So I'm predicting the Giants are going to have a bounce back game. And they got a whole lot of bouncing to do with the way they've lost. I would say I'm looking at Giants 27, 49ers 21. What do you think? Well, I want you to like and share and put your comments and let me know what you think the score is going to be. Put those in there, and then Clay from Brooklyn, who's the realist, and I, Mayzo, the optimist, will get back to you, and we'll also shout you out in our next episode. Okay, it's your man Mayzo, Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Big shout out to El Marquis Productions, the talent behind the music and production here at Football with the Fellas. It's all about Big Blue. Their beats bring energy and excitement to every episode. El Marquis' skills in mixing, mastering, and creating top quality sound make the podcast come alive each week. For your own projects, check out elmarquisproductions.com and take your sound to the next level.